Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and today we're going to do some somatic practices and some tools for when you want to feel more confident or more power in your body. So today I do have a prop that I'd like you to use. This will be a standing practice. The activity that we're going to do with the prop isn't till the very end, so if you don't have it, you can just skip that part. But here I have a dowel, so I realize most people might not have this at home. So you could just grab like a broom or something like that. Or I don't know if you have a stick lying around, maybe you have a hockey stick, something like that. But just something that we can put on the ground like this. That's all we're going to use it for. Okay. And if you don't, that is okay. Like I said, we're gonna do that at the very end. It is not needed to get the benefits of this practice. So, like I said, we're gonna do this standing. So, coming to a standing position, feeling the feet on the ground. And let's shift the weight back and forth. Just noticing how that feels. And eyes can be open or closed during this. Maybe you want to move a little more into the hips. All right. And maybe roll the shoulders a little bit, just getting some awareness into the shoulders, roll the wrists. Maybe just move the neck really gently. Okay. And then just coming just a little bit more of a still place. And maybe just gently bringing this situation to mind where you want to feel more confidence. And just noticing as is. So eyes can be open or closed. And nothing should be too intense. So maybe it's a conversation you need to have, an activity you need to do, something like that. Or maybe you're just feeling a little bit small and you want to feel a little bit bigger and take up space. Okay, so just noticing any sensations that come up in the body when that happens. If you want, you can just kind of comb through the feet, the legs, the torso, chest, the shoulders, and the arms. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is we're just going to curl in. So curling the shoulders in, curling the chin down. I'm going to face forward. Okay, so we're curling up, pelvis tilts forward, so we're kind of in the C position. And just noticing how you feel here. And maybe noticing what it's like to look around in this position. Not super easy, right? It's a little challenging. Okay, now super, super slowly, and eyes can be open or closed, you're going to just slowly come out of that curled in position into a more neutral position. So shoulders just gently come up and back. Chest is a little more open, and just noticing how this feels. Okay? Taking a breath here, noticing. Okay, and then let's curl in again. So shoulders curl in, chin curls down. Taking just a couple of breaths here. Now slowly feel what it feels like to come back up, almost like you were being inflated. Or maybe there's a string on the top of your head pulling you up. And shoulders can just come up, back, and down. And just noticing what that feels like. Pausing. And notice what it feels like to look around the room in this position. And if you're noticing you're taking any like spontaneous breaths, your breath gets deeper, maybe you burp or you feel some tingling, and those are all signs of regulation in the nervous system. Okay, and then just staying here, and I want you to feel nice and steady and firm on your feet. So just wiggling around the toes, maybe shifting your weight back and forth. And then we're just going to bring the hands to the hips. And again, shoulders are back. And just holding this position. Now, hands could be on the hips in either a fist or open. See what feels best to you. And just holding this. Noticing maybe like an anchoring that you're feeling in the back body. Maybe a little bit more of an openness in the front body. And just take a couple of breaths here. Okay, good. And then just finding a wall. So we're just gonna lean against the wall. Get nice, so your feet should be pretty close to the wall, bum and back is touching the wall. And you're just gonna take your hands against the wall, and all you're gonna do is you're going to press against the wall. And all that's gonna do is activate the muscles in the back. And you don't have to do this very hard, actually. I would just do it quite gently, just so you can feel that activation. And just notice what that feels like to feel the back. And relax. And just notice. Okay, and then just pressing the hands really gently against the wall, and we're just feeling the back. And not doing this too hard. There shouldn't be any shaking or strain. It's just a gentle activation. Noticing what that feels like. Take a breath. And relax. Good. Maybe just do a little bit of gentle swaying here. Swing the arms if you'd like. You can kind of swing back and forth. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do the practice with the dowel, or if you have a stick of some sort, that could be from like a mop or a broom. And you're just going to hold it out in front of you just like that. Okay. And all you're going to do, make sure you feel nice and strong in this position. And you're just going to gently press your hands down towards the ground. And just notice how that feels. Feeling strong in this position. Okay, and then just let that relax. And notice how that feels. Okay, and let's do that one more time. So arms are out in front and just gently pressing down. This should feel like sustainable. You know, you could stay like this for a while. Feel strong, but it's not tiring. There's an ease to this. And then just relaxing that. And it stayed. Okay, and then just coming back to the center and taking a look at the room, around the room, noticing if you find anything interesting, pleasant to look at. Just coming back into the room, noticing where you are here, that you're here right now in this moment. And now bringing in that situation again, whatever it was, maybe that conversation you need to have with someone. Maybe you're a little nervous going to a certain event, or it could even be just, you know, outside the house. And just noticing how you feel now. And if that feels activating, you can come back to one of those exercises, whatever one worked best for you. I hope this was helpful. You can take whatever exercises you like and practice them in moments when you're feeling like, oh, I could feel a little bit more of my own power here, my own confidence. And let me know what this was like for you, what was helpful. And yeah, you can like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with anyone that you feel this would help. And you can always check out my website at www.nicolelarson.ca. And we'll see you next time. Bye.